What is happening, people? It is your boy Jack, and today is a really exciting day for me because this video, once it's uploaded, will be the 28th video I've uploaded in a row. Yes, one video every single day for 28 days, and it has been crazy. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, but here we are, and it's done some amazing things for the channel. And tomorrow I'm actually going to release a video all about that, you know, how we've grown, how many subs, how many views we've gotten, everything along those lines. So if you want to see that video, all I'm going to ask of you is please, boom, smash that like button. It's completely free. Subscribe and hit the bell button to never miss a future video. But anyway, guys, now on to the topic of today's video. The three stocks that I bought last week were McDonald's, AT&T and Delta, and I did not buy very much because last week was such a good week in the stock market, the best week in the market since 1974. Right now I am relatively cash heavy. I'm not investing too much in the market, but I still do want to make some sort of investments every single week because who knows, it could just keep going up and up and I could just stay out of the market forever. I've spoken about all three of these companies on the channel in the past, but we'll go through them all relatively briefly and why I decided to invest in them. I was already in all of these companies. I'm literally just making my positions in them bigger. But let's start it off with AT&T, the one I've spoken about the least on the channel. Let's start off with them and why I decided to increase my position in them. So boom, I'm nice and small up in the corner. We're looking at AT&T on Simply Safe Dividends, and before we go any further, I just want to show you my current investment. So I'm on the phone, I'll have it up on the screen. I have 6.5 shares in them with an average price of $34.60, and we're currently down 9.64% altogether. So that's where I stand on them right now. And here again on my phone you can see that I bought one more share of them this week at $29.13. So I only went ahead and bought one more share. I already have a nice enough position in them, but I thought, you know what, I want to add just one more. Again, I wasn't trying to invest very heavily last week as a whole just because the market was doing so well, but I got one more share in there just to be cheeky. But anyway, why I like this company, first of all, let's just have a look at the dividend safety and the dividend history. A 65 dividend safety score, a really nice dividend yield of 6.77%, and an uninterrupted dividend streak of 36 plus years. So this 6.77% is beautiful. It's an absolutely massive dividend, and it's one that I'm very happy to have, one that I'm very happy to continue to get paid. And this is a company, unlike some of the more higher risk ones that are out there right now, that are more than likely going to keep paying this dividend and keep increasing it. Anytime a company has a 36-year dividend growth streak, they're going to do everything in their power to keep paying you that dividend. And that's why this was one company that I felt comfortable investing a little bit more in again this week, just because I don't think that that dividend is going to get cut. I don't think they'll be hit any harder than they have, or much harder than they have. That's why I increased it ever so slightly with just one more share. And here is something from just 2 days ago on April 8. AT&T reiterates confidence in dividend despite economic uncertainty. So like I just said, these guys are going to be able to keep paying their dividend. They're going to keep rewarding its investors. It's not going anywhere. So for me, that's very nice. I'm very happy about that. Now today I'm not going to go in depth. I'm not going to look at their balance sheets and everything along those lines like I do in some of my other videos. If you would like a full analysis on AT&T stock and why I do think they're a good stock to be buying right now, just let me know in the comments and I will get around to making that video for you guys. But all we need to know for today is it is the world's largest telecommunications company. And I feel like I say it in every single video, I love investing in companies who are at the tip top of their sector, and that is AT&T, the world's largest telecommunications company. So if I can get into somebody who's at the top of their game and has a dividend yield of 6.77%, a dividend safety of 65, they said they're going to keep paying their dividend, an uninterrupted dividend streak of 36 plus years, I'm going to want to be in that company. And one of the reasons that I invested in them was simply just because I didn't have as much money in them as I do in a lot of my other stocks. So I just wanted to bring them up to, you know, a fairly similar percentage of my total portfolio to the other stocks that I believe in. Yeah, that's AT&T. It was literally just one share bought, but I didn't want to buy many stocks this week because it was just such a good week. Now, next up, we want to speak about McDonald's, a company I have actually made an entire video on. So if you want to watch that, check that out after this one. But McDonald's, again, I said it about AT&T, I like people who are at the tip top of their game. That is McDonald's. So now we're looking at my investment in McDonald's. I have one share, okay, an average share price of $160.15, and I am actually up 13.01% on McDonald's so far, so much better than the market as a whole. I'm up 13%. That's massive. And we can see all I bought this week was 0.2 of a share. I didn't like seeing that I only owned 0.8 of a share, so I bought another 0.2 of a share just to make it that nice number. Now we own one share of McDonald's, baby. Woo, we balling out here. But having a look at McDonald's, a dividend safety of 77, a dividend yield of 2.72, which is actually quite nice for a company that is as massively known and established as McDonald's is. and an uninterrupted dividend streak of 45 plus years. That is just beautiful. And what else, what really complements this is their dividend growth. The last 20 years, 17%. The last 5 years, 8%. Last year, 13%. They're growing this dividend really quickly. And McDonald's is a company I think everybody knows they're not going anywhere. No matter how tough things get in the economy, McDonald's are going to be okay. They make an awful lot of money. They have a lot of people who are just dying for them to open back up. Like in Ireland, for example, where I am, all of the McDonald's have closed down. And if you scroll Facebook, you're not going to scroll for more than 60 seconds without seeing a meme about McDonald's being closed. It does not matter where you go in the world. Every single person knows about McDonald's and probably eats there every now and again. Every time I go on holidays, every time I go to the airport, you know, if I'm getting ready to go somewhere, the first place me and Soph always go is McDonald's. But again, one of the reasons I invested in McDonald's as opposed to any other company I already own was just because I had slightly less invested in them than I do in my average company. So I just wanted to get that percentage up as a whole. And as well, just the psychology, the fact I had 0.8 shares, I said, let's just get a share. What I really like about McDonald's is it's a company that you can just buy and own forever. You're never going to have to worry about them going bankrupt, you know? You're never going to have to worry about some new competitor coming and taking the top. You know, they're always going to have an absolutely massive presence, no matter what. So you don't really have to monitor them too closely. You just know that they're always going to be okay, which is really nice. You don't have that stress. You don't have to think about what to do next. And the last one will not surprise you if you are a regular watcher of this channel is Delta Airlines. I've spoke about these an awful lot as of late and why I am investing in them currently. So now we're having a look at Delta on my phone. We can see I own 7 shares with an average price of $29.40 and I'm down 17.01%. So obviously that's not a pretty number to see, but it's okay. I'm fine with it. I know that this is going to be a very volatile company going forward. I know there's probably going to be more red days. It's going to be scary, but I'm going to keep buying them regardless because I think that the growth in 5 years time could potentially be the biggest growth I see from any given one of my stocks. And we can see with Delta, I actually bought them 2 separate times last week. I bought one at €20.69 on the 6th of April, and I bought one just yesterday at €22.89. So 2 new shares put into Delta this week, only about €100 put into the market altogether this week, which is less than I like to put in, but I'm okay with being a little bit cash heavy and just waiting for the inevitable red days that will come and taking advantage then. And with Delta, as I said, I've spoke about these loads on the channel before. If you have not seen those videos, I'll leave them in the description, something like that, so you can go watch them. But I have full analyses on Delta, completely up to date. They're a very risky one, I'll put it that way, but they're so interesting. They are so interesting. They have so much potential. There's so much news around them. If you do want to go see those videos, please do check them out. Genuinely, they're really good videos. I'm a bit biased, but they're really good videos. So this is the only company we're speaking about today that does not pay a dividend. And this is one thing I will mention. They did, and when I first got into them, they did. But before I bought them, I had even said on video that I don't believe they'll keep paying this dividend. And that's what happened. It dropped. But look, when they are back in the green, when they're making money, when they're operating as per usual, they're going to grow that dividend. Look at these statistics. The last 5 years, 38% growth. You will not find many stocks that are as big and well established as Delta with a 38% year growth. That is crazy. That is massive, man. They're the biggest airline in the world by passengers carried. They're the most profitable airline. If there's any airline that's going to survive this situation, it's going to be Delta. Do you honestly think that in 3 months' time, airplanes will just disappear off the face of the earth? There's not going to be a single company left. Nobody's ever going to fly again for a few years? No, nobody sees that happening. That would be crazy. If that happens, you have bigger worries than just losing whatever money you've put into Delta, because the world is basically ending. But yeah, I won't go off on a tangent about Delta. I could speak about them all day long. I love speaking about them, but I have other videos for that. So they're the 3 companies that I went and decided to invest in this week. Obviously, it was a relatively small investment, but it's because it was such a good week, as I've said before. It was an amazing week. I started off this week down over 15% total in the portfolio. There was one stage where it was down just about 2.5%, and we closed the week up about 10.5%. So that's amazing, you know, a 10.5% increase in 1 week. Crazy. Do I expect it to last? More than likely not. I definitely think there's more red days ahead. We haven't seen the worst of this situation. There's going to be more bad news. But still, it's nice to see in the short term at the very least. And then when things go bad again, I'll just get a little bit more aggressive with my spending. You know what I mean? I've been putting the money aside that I want to put aside. I just won't spend it until I feel necessary. But anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please smash that video a like. Tomorrow's video is going to be it's going to be really cool. It's going to be something really different. It'll give you an insight into the statistics, into how YouTube works. It's going to be cool. So make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button so you're here for that video. Drop me a comment on any of the stocks that we spoke about today. I'm always interested in your guys' opinions. But anyway guys, until the next video, peace.